Just all of this nonsense, really nonsense that didn't need to be there. And it didn't even really increase my sales, like at all. Hey everyone, it's Lindey. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another episode of Frequently Asked Fridays. This is the video series on my channel that is solely dedicated to answering all of your questions and filling these videos with as much information as possible. Yes, this is still a reselling channel, yet we are standing in my kitchen, and that is because sometimes whenever I do these Frequently Asked Friday videos, I like to do them a little bit more casually. I want to get out of my office, and sometimes I multitask, and that's what we're doing today. Because I have some seriously overripe, nasty looking bananas and I want to do something with them so that they don't go to waste. I originally told myself I was going to go ahead and make banana bread because let's face it, banana bread is like the thing you do with gross, disgusting bananas. But honestly, banana bread is not a favorite to my entire household. If I ever make banana bread, I'm the only one who ever eats it. And let's face it, I don't need to eat 2 loaves of banana bread all by myself. So instead, I want to try something new, and I am going to be making 3-ingredient banana oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. Never made this before, so this is surely gonna be fun, and I'm going to answer some of your questions while I do it. And then bonus, if this actually works out to be pretty delicious, there's only 3 ingredients and I could just link the recipe down below. But besides the cooking and having fun with you guys, my favorite part of this video series is my partnership with Wholesale Ninjas. And that's because every single episode in the series, Wholesale Ninjas gives away a 100 count liquidation lot to one of my viewers that asks a question to be featured each episode. And this is episode number 20. That means we've already had 19 winners of free inventory for their eBay stores. If you don't know who Wholesale Ninjas is, they are my favorite supplier of merchandise for my eBay store because they're the only place I can get brand new wholesale quality product for a liquidation price. Because just because they're a liquidation company, it doesn't mean that they sell the traditional broken return liquidation kind of merchandise that a lot of us have gotten used to. All of their merchandise always comes impeccably packaged. Their quality control is always on point. And whenever I get a box of inventory, all I have to do is basically open it up and I can start listing right away. I don't have to worry about removing a ton of stickers off of the merchandise. I don't have to worry about getting a whole bunch of merchandise that's been opened and unsellable. Also, something else really cool I wanted to let you guys know about that Wholesale Ninjas has started doing is that they have 2 policies that they just started enacting in regarding their personal care lots. The first one being no boxes will be over 50 pounds. A lot of the times personal care lots can get very, very heavy because there's things like shampoo, shaving cream, body wash, and a lot of those kind of products that tend to weigh a lot. And that can mean that the boxes get really, really heavy. I personally noticed this and I mentioned it to them. And so they ended up kind of weighing some of the boxes and reevaluated their entire shipping practice. And now no boxes are gonna be over 50 pounds, which also means that you're going to get more boxes per order, which means you can potentially have a lot more diversity of product. Less weight means more boxes, more variety. Also, they wanted me to pass along the information that right now they are excluding things like hand sanitizers, face masks, or antibacterial wipes out of their boxes. And this is because they want to make sure that the products that are in their boxes are sellable to resellers like us. And right now, sellers are having a really tough time moving things like hand sanitizer, face masks, and antibacterial wipes because there was a shortage and now there's like this oversaturation, and sites like eBay won't even allow sellers to sell products like that because of new strict guidelines. And for that reason, Wholesale Ninjas has decided to withhold those products from personal care lots so that we as sellers are not buying items that we cannot resell. Because Wholesale Ninjas is a sponsor of my YouTube channel, I do have a coupon code, and I actually have a bonus code just for the month of June. From now until June 30th, if you use code LINDEYJUNE on cosmetic lots, you will get 5% off and free shipping. That's right, it's a free shipping promotion on cosmetics only for the month of June, but it's not just free shipping on cosmetics, it's also free shipping with an additional 5% off of any cosmetics lot on the Wholesale Ninjas website. But if you're not really interested in cosmetics, which you know I love cosmetics, the code Lindey25 gets you $25 off of anything on the Wholesale Ninjas website as well. Oven's ready. I will make sure to link those coupon codes down in the video description, and I will also link to some of my favorite products on Wholesale Ninjas website. But if you want a chance to win a free liquidation lot from Wholesale Ninjas, let me tell you what you need to do in order to enter to win. All you have to do, ask me a question. Just go down into the comment section and ask me a question to be featured on the next episode of Frequently Asked Fridays. Just make sure to include 5 question marks because that is going to indicate entry into the giveaway. So now that was an insanely long introduction. Let's get started with some of the questions that were entered from the last episode. And while I answer these questions, I'm going to make some of these 3-ingredient banana oatmeal chocolate chip cookies. So again, I've never made these before, but it seems simple enough, so surely I can answer some simple reselling questions while baking. I will also link it down in the video description below if I thought they were pretty tasty, but all we need are over-ripened bananas, oats, and some chocolate chips. So the original recipe said that I needed 2 bananas, 1.5 cups of oats, and 1/3 cup of chocolate chips. Now they specifically said mini chocolate chips, but I only have full size and that just means more chocolate, so I ain't mad about that. And the original recipe also said to do a 2-to-1 ratio instant oats to regular rolled oats, but I only have instant, so we're just gonna hope for the best. And I also have 3 bananas and not 2, so I can't double the recipe, so I'm gonna have to like 1.5x this thing and cross my fingers. So wish me luck, and here we go. Wilma L asks, is there a dollar amount per month that is a good point to start buying liquidation, pallets, etc.? Thank you, keep up the awesome content. Thank you so much, Wilma. So no, there is not a specific dollar amount to get started with liquidation. That seriously depends on you, your comfort level, and your financial situation, honestly. So I've talked about before that I did not get started with liquidation years ago because I didn't feel like I was in the position to where I wanted to take the risk, because all liquidation is a risk, you guys. Liquidation is not cheap. There are some situations where you might be able to get smaller lots pretty cheap and it's not as big of a risk, but those opportunities are really few and far between. So I know that liquidation is a risk. And so it took me a really, really long time to even get comfortable with the idea of taking such a risk. So I used the ability to source thrift store items and things like that and have a way to really build up that capital before I even dip my toe in the liquidation pool. But believe it or not, I've actually spoken with some sellers that haven't even had $1 of profit, and they just take $10,000 and buy a truckload and they just dive right in and start doing it. And that's because of their particular financial situation. They have $10,000 where they can just go buy a truckload and they don't really worry about it. They're not looking for a specific dollar amount of income to achieve before they start diving in and buying that kind of stuff. And that is just their financial situation. Now, for me, it took me a few years of selling thrift items before I had enough capital to where I was willing to take the risk and dive in and start buying liquidation and pallets. And basically, it's a matter of anytime I buy liquidation, I basically kiss that money goodbye because there's no guarantees. And so I don't buy any liquidation unless I have the money to basically flush down the toilet if necessary. Luckily enough, I've managed to find companies like Wholesale Ninjas, that the risk is very, very minimal because I don't end up getting a pallet of just straight up garbage delivered to my house. But the only person that can decide if you're ready to put money into liquidation is you. You really have to reach that point where you have a dollar amount that you can essentially light on fire and never see again and be okay with it. And if you're not in that situation, it might not be time to try liquidation. Okay, hopefully I don't butcher your last name. Melissa Melissa. Hi, Lindsay. Don't worry, I know that was a typo. Love your videos. I started watching to find some shipping tips for personal use, and now I have an eBay store. That is awesome. My question is, when you do a local pickup, how do the buyers pay? Can they pay you cash at drop-off, or does it need to go through eBay? I recently had someone contact me wanting to do pickup and asked if I could give them a better price since I didn't have to ship. How do you handle this? Thank you. So I can honestly say I've never done local pickup through eBay before, but what I do know is that you do have to do payment through eBay in order to complete that transaction through eBay. It is actually against eBay policy to discuss doing business outside of eBay on eBay's platform. So because that buyer said to you, can you give me a better price in cash? That kind of signals to eBay that you are going to be doing something behind the scenes, which can be bad if eBay looks into that and they find out that you basically took your transaction off of eBay. eBay doesn't like that because eBay wants the fees. eBay wants the fees that they're gonna get paid once you sell something. So anytime I do a sale on eBay, I want it to be shipped. Anytime I do a sale locally with pickup, I want to do it through Facebook Marketplace because I don't have to worry about Facebook coming at me or closing my account because I moved business off of their platform. Facebook's not exactly to that point yet. And when I do local sales through Facebook, there's no fees. It's only when you ship. So because you've already started this dialogue with this buyer to do a local pickup, you need to just keep all dialogue through eBay and tell them that any price has to be negotiated through eBay and needs to be completed through eBay, just to avoid violating any policies that eBay has. But if I ever list anything on eBay, I always ship it. I do not do local pickups, even when I have a buyer that's local to me. And that's mainly to avoid this entire situation. All right, so I have my 3 bananas pretty well mashed. They're sloppy. So now I'm going to add my oats. Again, this recipe called for 1 full cup of instant, 1/2 cup of regular rolled oats, but I only have instant, so I am just going to do a full 1.5 of the instant, and then I'm going to half it. So this cup is for 1.5, and then I'm just gonna half it, just, you know, eyeball it because I can and I will. Because this isn't rocket science. This is a 3-ingredient batch of cookies. Boom. And 1/2 of this for that 1 lonely banana. And now we're gonna mix this up. Chocolate chips don't come in until last. Jody Cardinal asks, can you explain Facebook Marketplace shipping? I attempted to list an item with the purchaser paying for the shipping, but to them it said free shipping. Do they offer that, or is it the seller paying for shipping? So I actually have a video where I talk about everything I learned about selling on Facebook Marketplace, including how shipping works. I will make sure to link that video down in the video description. I'll also pin stuff to the top pinned comment in the comment section so it's easier to find. Did you get 2048? Good job, Ben. So Facebook will offer free shipping promotions, but I don't know how often they do that. So if a buyer sees something as free shipping, that usually means that the seller is paying for the shipping label. Unless it's one of your listings and you know that you have the shipping charge to the buyer, but it still says free shipping, that probably means that Facebook is running a short-term promotion where they are going to pay the shipping for the buyer. But I don't think those happen very often. Laura Bravo asks, Hi, I'm new to reselling. I would like to know if you accidentally sent a package with the incorrect weight, does eBay charge you for the correct shipping label or does the postal service send it back to you? Thank you. So in my experience, eBay will charge you for the overage. As a matter of fact, there has been a couple of times where by no fault of my own, I was charged extra for shipping because of incorrect weight. And I know darn well, because I double check, triple check, quadruple check, maybe even sometimes, the shipping weight when I package items. There are sometimes I might be a little bit off and I'm expecting to be charged, but that is a very, very rare occurrence. But every once in a while, eBay will notify me that the post office has charged them and then they charge me for an overage. Doesn't happen very often. I kind of made it sound like that happens all the time. It doesn't happen all the time, but there has been some times where I'm kind of like, hold on, that tube of lipstick, there's no way that tube of lipstick weighed 13 ounces. And then they're charging me an additional $2 and change. That has happened before. And you can try to argue that to death, but sometimes you just have to step back and go, is $2 worth spending an hour on the phone? Probably not. I just drop it and let it go. As long as there is some account to charge, they will not send the package back to you. And they shouldn't charge the buyer in order to pick it up. They should just charge your eBay account. Sissy Moore asks, hi Lindey, love your channel and all the help you give me. Thank you so much for watching, Sissy. My question is there a way to stop my fixed listings from automatically relisting each month? Thanks for all you do. Nope. So it used to be that when you would list an item on eBay, you would have the option to do like a 10-day duration, a 30-day duration, or select good till canceled. And it was the good till canceled that would auto renew your listings for you every single month. Chocolate chips in, and we're gonna put a little bit extra because I can. But in a seller update that was in 2019, I believe, eBay basically said that all listings have to be good till canceled now, which means all listings will automatically relist every 30 days. And if you don't want a listing to relist automatically, you will just have to go in and end that listing on your own. I mean, I personally like the auto relist feature because that means that I don't have to, pay attention to relisting my items, but I can see how that would be a headache if you had a bunch of listings that you didn't want to have to pay insertion fees for every single month. But no, unfortunately, there's no way to stop those auto relists now. They just happen automatically. Just a little more. So now after I get all of these chocolate chips mixed in, I just need to form them into little cookie balls and put them on the cookie sheet, and they're going to bake for approximately 12 to 14 minutes at 350. Sapphire J asks, thanks for all your videos. Thank you so much for watching. Is it acceptable to stop responding to a potential buyer if they start with one offer and then start to change things on you? For example, they say they will buy 2 items and ask for a discount, and you agree. And then they turn it into just the one item they want to buy, and they keep asking for the same discount. Do you ignore them or respond? Thank you. Well, I mean, if they start doing that, I wouldn't just ignore them because I mean, they are obviously interested, and we should want every single sale that we can get. But yes, I have had those buyers from time to time. It is kind of a headache to have to go back and forth with them, especially if you're already giving them a discount. And it's a significant discount, and you're not really going to be making that much money anyway. It's kind of like, why waste my time? But I will just straight up tell the buyer, I appreciate your interest, but the discount that I was going to give you was based off of selling 2 items, not 1. If you only want to buy 1, this is the price I'm willing to sell it at. If they keep going on asking over and over again, then at that point I would probably just stop responding, because I think under certain circumstances it is okay to just stop replying to buyers. I don't think that we're obligated to always respond to buyers, especially if they're starting to become really high maintenance like that. So I would tell them that the price for 1 is as marked, or give them a different price if that's what you want to do. But the discount that you guys had negotiated is based off of 2 items and not 1. And if they have a problem with that, then they can just go buy it somewhere else. Man, oats got everywhere. Peggy Gleason Gannon asks, Lindey, I can always count on your advice being dead on. Thank you very much. Thanks for all you do to help us become better sellers. You are so welcome. Definitely need a video on pricing. Don't worry, it is coming. How do you deal with angry buyers who cannot be satisfied by anything but want to keep the product and get refunded? Does eBay really have our backs with dishonest buyers? So I want to say yes, eBay has our back. They will always have our back. But I have come to learn that a lot of the times eBay having our back is kind of a case-by-case basis, unfortunately. There might be certain circumstances where the buyer is really upset. I really hope that these gloves are not making a huge amount of noise for this microphone. But I really don't want to have to wash my hands every time I need to touch my phone. So we're just, yeah, we're just gonna have to wash my hands, I guess. I'm just trying my best here. For instance, a buyer might be really upset and they can ask eBay to step in and intervene if they are not happy with the job that you're doing as a seller. And when that happens, that's kind of eBay's discretion to decide how the situation gets handled. Now, if you as the seller do everything, hi, Ben.
Look at the camera. Say hi, internet.
Hi, Internet.
Say, subscribe to my mommy.
Subscribe to my mommy.
Are you gonna go mow?
We're gonna go mow.
Go have fun. Where was I? Oh, yes. So if you as the seller are doing everything that you know is right and you're trying to work with the buyer and the buyer is still requesting eBay to help, if eBay does decide to refund the buyer, most of the times they will do it out of their pocket and not yours. I mean, that has happened plenty of times where I've had a disgruntled buyer. They ended up talking to eBay. eBay ended up siding with the buyer, but they didn't take the money out of my account. They just refunded it out of their pocket just to try to keep the buyer happy, because me as the seller, I did everything that I could do. You know, I offer return shipping. I offered to give them a partial refund. I offered to do all of these things to try to make them happy, but they were just basically inconsolable and difficult. So that's another reason why I am always of the mindset to always try to do best by the buyer. Always do what you can to have a really outstanding seller account. You know, you ship things on time, you're a top-rated seller. A lot of that has to do with eBay is more likely to side with you in the event that you have a difficult buyer and they want a refund and they don't want to return the item. So I want to say more times than not, eBay will side with you as the seller. Just make sure that you are doing everything that you are supposed to be doing. If you're doing everything that you're supposed to be doing, you really shouldn't have to worry about eBay siding with the buyer and taking the money out of your account and allowing them to keep it. I would be more worried about Amazon doing that than eBay, that's for sure. Amazon just be way too fast to give back your money. Really makes me mad, in case you can't tell. Wow, this is really hard with my hands. I am so sticky right now. Time to wash and get another question. Am I really gonna have to do 2 sheet pans? Can I squeeze them all? See, I put them really close together on the sheet pan because the directions said they're not going to spread. So I might try to do it all on 1 sheet pan and see what happens. I'll let you know how that turns out. Mel Martin asks, what category sells best for you? Hair, nails, skin, face, love ya. Love you too, Mel. Oh, that's easy. Without a doubt, skin. Skincare always sells really, really well for me. Nails sold really well when all of the salons were closed during the pandemic though. Anything having to do with your nails sold like that. Julie Druin asks, hi Lindey. Hi Julie. Thank you for all your videos. Thank you so much. Is there anything you did in the beginning of your reselling career that you realized isn't worth your time and don't do anymore now? That is a great question. There is actually something that popped into my head immediately when I read that. Something that I did in the beginning that I don't do now that I truly think is a waste of time is when I was selling clothing, I would create this really super cute little like backdrop for doing flat lays of the clothing. And I would have like little flowers and little signs, and I made it so cute and boutique-y, but it was a waste of time. It was a waste of time. I will see if I can find some of my old pictures and post them right here so you could see them. If there's no pictures here though, it means I couldn't find them because it was so long ago. But I would take all of this time to flat lay these like cute little outfits. Sometimes I would do the one item I was selling, but then sometimes I would put outfits together because that was like the Poshmark thing back when I was selling clothing. The Poshmark thing was, you know, increase your sales by showing that you can put that item with other items in the closet. And I would take all this time like doing these cute little outfits together, and then I would do like the cute little floral setup and the cute little sign, and then I would take all this time doing like a collage, and I would have like the collage photo where the main photo was like the big flat lay where everything was as is, and then like on the side there would be like 3 little pictures. There were things like a close-up of the tag, some detail of the dress, just all of this nonsense, really nonsense that didn't need to be there, and it didn't even really increase my sales like at all. I spent more time photographing this stuff than I did actually sourcing and shipping it all. It was obscene. It was just a complete and total waste of time. I'm just gonna squeeze all these cookie balls on here and hope that they don't all melt and stick together. And again, this is why I don't have my own cooking show, because I tend to wing it, and sometimes it just ends in disaster. But hopefully this ends up being like a pretty awesome thing, because this is really easy to do, and this is my last ball. I'm just gonna pop these suckers in the oven, and then we'll see if they're tasty or not. I mean, how could they not be tasty? It's banana and oats and like triple the chocolate that the recipe called for. These can't be bad. All right, here we go. 12 to 15 or so minutes. Let's answer some more questions while we wait. Marilyn Albert asks, what do you hate about reselling? Because let's be honest, we can't love everything about the job, right? There always has to be pain points or something that we don't exactly like about it. But here's the thing, I've always told my teenager that hate is a very, very strong word. I really try to not say that I hate anything, because there is such negative connotation with that word when you say you hate something. So the only thing that I would say that I hate about reselling is having to do certain tasks. So like there are some tasks when it comes to reselling that of course I like better than others. I like getting new shipments in. I like opening up boxes. I like discovering new things. I like photographs. I like shipping when I'm in the mood. And then there's things that I don't really like having to sit at the computer. I don't really like having to list. I don't like having to do research. I don't like having to clean up. I don't like having to do shipping every single day, but I still do it. So I would say, what do I hate? I end up hating everything when I have to do it. You didn't see that. What do I mean? I mean, I hate everything about reselling when I have to do it. When I wake up and I tell myself I have to list 20 things, and I really don't want to. Like, all I want to do is just relax and not have to list. Or I wake up and I have to do shipping and I really don't want to. Maybe I don't feel good. Maybe I'm super tired. Maybe I'm having a really crummy day, but I still have to do shipping. That day, I will hate shipping. On the days that I really don't want to list, I will hate listing. Even on the days that I have to, oh crap, I forgot to set a timer. Set a timer for 12 minutes. Even for the tasks that I normally love doing, like sorting a brand new order or looking at new stuff that I just got, I will hate doing it if I'm not in the mood to do it. If I'm just really over it and like I don't want to do it, that's when I will hate it. And so to try to avoid that as much as possible, I do try to give myself some time off, because if I don't give myself any time off, then I will just start hating everything because I don't want to do any of it. Jane Barlow asks, can you use Amazon boxes to ship items you sell on eBay, or is that not allowed? I love your videos. Thank you, Jane. You can absolutely reuse Amazon boxes for eBay. They don't care. I don't care. I really don't think the buyer cares. I will most definitely reuse Amazon boxes. I will just cover that sucker in eBay tape so the buyer knows where it came from. Bridget Wolf asks, saw your tax live stream. I get that we have to pay sales tax on sales, but do we have to charge sales tax to the customer? I've heard that eBay does it already for us, but what about selling on Facebook Marketplace? Would we charge them sales tax on the item that we're selling? I don't want to mess anything up. Thank you, love your videos. Thank you, Bridget. So as far as I know, the only sales tax that you do need to worry about collecting is the sales tax from items that sell in your state. eBay will charge an internet sales tax on all of the other states, and they will remit those taxes for you, but you are responsible for the sales tax for your state. As far as I know, the same thing goes with Facebook Marketplace as well, because I have sold items on Facebook Marketplace and I've shipped them, and I have noticed that the buyer was charged sales tax. So I'm assuming that Facebook Marketplace does the exact same thing that eBay does and remits all of those taxes for you, but you would still be responsible for the sales tax in the state that you live in. Angela Nemo asks, hi Lindey. Hi Angela. I have a question about unused postage. I had a buyer request to return an item, so I paid for the shipping label and uploaded it to eBay. The buyer never returned the item. How do I get my money back for the unused postage? Love your videos. Thank you so much for all the great content. Thank you, Angela. Put these chocolate chips back here real quick before I forget and eat them all. So my question to you would be, where did you buy the shipping label? That was dumb. Did you buy the shipping label on eBay? If you bought the shipping label on eBay, it should void itself out if it's not scanned within, I think, 30 days. It might be within 45 days. As long as the label's not scanned, it's automatically voided and your money gets refunded to your eBay invoice. Now, if you know that they are not going to use it and you purchase the label through eBay, you should be able to go to your shipping label tab in your eBay orders page and find that shipping label and void it from there. You would just simply click the little arrow drop down and say void. And then from there, the post office should give you a refund, or there should be a refund credited to your eBay invoice within about 7 or 10 business days. If you bought it someplace else that's not on eBay, like if you went to paypal.com/shipnow, or if you went to pirateship.com and that's where you got the label from and then you just sent the PDF to the buyer, then you will have to actually go to the platform that you originally bought the shipping label on, void it, and after you void it, within about 7 to 10 business days, you should have a refund applied back to your original form of purchase, whether that's your PayPal account or a credit or debit card that you used. I want to say that regardless, if the shipping label is not used within 30 to 45 days, it will automatically be voided. So if you find that you are having trouble voiding it manually using the advice that I just gave, hopefully within about 30 or 45 days, it would automatically void out anyway, and your refund would be automatically credited to original form of purchase. Turn on the light and see how that's looking. They smell good. They smell like banana and chocolate. Lisa Scala asks, do you have any secrets to listing quickly? Yes, I do. I actually have a couple of different videos where I demonstrate my entire listing process. I will make sure to link those down in the video description. I'm also going to plan on making a new listing video because I haven't done a listing video since I've moved. The 2 previous listing videos that I have are from my older house when I had a completely different system. Now, since I moved, I kind of revamped how I do some things. So I am planning to do a newer listing video. Hopefully I have that out by the end of summer. Those videos sometimes take a little bit longer to put together. But aside from watching those videos, a tip that I would have is to list in batches. It is very, very rare that I will sit down to list or that my sister-in-law sits down to list, because my sister-in-law does help me list on eBay. It is very rare that we will sit down, take one item and just list it start to finish. We work in batches, meaning the first batch that we do might be cleaning things up, wiping things down, organizing it, setting up the lots that we're going to list in, or if they're going to be singles. The next step might be doing the basic draft where we're just entering in things like the item description, the title, looking up comps. The next step might be doing all photographs. We work in batches. And it feels like whenever we work in batches, it gets done a lot faster because I don't know, there's just something about sitting down to do a listing from start to finish. It feels like it takes forever. But if you work in batches and do groups of maybe 5, 10, or 20 listings at a time, it just seems to move a lot faster. I personally prefer to get the draft created, everything except for the pictures, get the entire listing done and saved in the drafts. And then what I like to do is I like to take the photos through my phone, and then I will link the photos to the draft through the eBay app and send the listing live directly from my phone. But I will do the entire listing in its entirety except for the photos on the computer. So that is just how I have figured out how to list a little bit faster for me. I will do the entire listing on the computer, everything except the photos, and then I will do the photos on my phone, link the photos to the listing through the eBay app, and send it live from my phone. I've heard some people do it the exact opposite. They do it all on their phone and then they do photos and send the listing live from their computer. So really, it just takes a lot of time, a lot of tweaking to find out what works best for you, but that's the advice that I have for listing faster. They kind of look like they're done, but this is my first time doing it, so I don't know. I mean, realistically, there's nothing raw in there. There's not like raw eggs or anything, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and pull them out and let them cool so that I can taste test them and let you know how the recipe is so that you can go make these yourself. Because this is like really cheap and simple to do. And it sure beats the heck out of just making banana bread all the time. Well, they feel pretty firm and they're golden. They really did keep their form. They did not spread at all, which meant I could fit a whole bunch of cookie balls on the tray. I didn't have to worry about that, so that was nice. Diana. I think it's Diana, right? Every time I see you in one of my live streams, I always think I'm saying your name wrong. I think it's Diana Andrade. Girl, you know what I mean. Hi, Lindey. Hey. So sorry, I can never seem to remember how to pronounce your name. So during the summer, you don't typically order HBA with makeup. I'm waiting on a 200 count HBA with makeup since your video on avoiding melted makeup. I'm a little nervous about it. Thank you. No, don't be nervous about it. Don't be nervous about it. The whole video that I did about avoiding meltables was not intended to scare anybody into shipping items that can melt. It was to help you know how to handle the situation in case there's a customer service issue. And it was also to show you how I like to ship those kind of items so that you can try to avoid a mess completely. So if you're not sure what I'm talking about, I did a video where I talked about how I ship items that can melt, and I also discussed handling customer service issues if an item does arrive melted to a buyer. I will make sure to link that video down in the video description, but I would not be concerned about it at all. I am honestly not changing how I do anything. I'm just taking those precautions when I ship items. I'm not, refraining from selling cosmetics. I'm not listing things because I'm afraid that they're going to melt. So I don't think that it's any cause for concern. I think that you should just take the proper precautions when you're actually shipping the items and not worry about it too much. I know that there is the possibility of having an increase in complaints in case something does melt when you're shipping items that are meltable, like lipsticks or deodorant, but it's really not enough concern to keep me from selling this kind of stuff during the hot months. All right, it's about that time. We're gonna find out who our 20th winner is. Drum roll, please. The winner, chosen by random comment selection, is Willie Logic. Thank you so much, Willie Logic. I have already replied to your comment. Just get with me and I will make sure that you get your free lot from Wholesale Ninjas. Willie Logic asks, "Hi Lindey, love your channel and I have learned so much from you. You are the best." Thank you so much and congratulations on the free inventory. My question is, how can people sell this for 99 cents with free shipping? Any ideas? So I actually did a video not too long ago where I talk about how to make money selling items for $5 and free shipping. And this kind of falls into that category a little bit. You said 99 cents and free shipping. It kind of falls into the same category. If you're interested in that video, in case you missed it, I will definitely make sure to link it. But in that video, I gave multiple reasons why sellers might want to sell things for $5 and free shipping, and they can actually make money doing it, but it's not exactly in the way that you think. That exact circumstance is true for the 99 cents and free shipping. But the first thing that I would ask is the 99 cents and free shipping within the United States? The reason why I ask this is because a lot of the times, the sellers that are selling things for 99 cents and free shipping, they're actually out of China, and they're able to sell all of these really cheap items because they have dirt cheap shipping from overseas. And United States sellers really can't compete with those prices at all. But for the most part, if you see a seller selling something at a really, really low price like that with free shipping, it's either because they're trying to get their feedback score up, they're trying to get some sort of relevancy in a category so that they can sell more. Essentially, they're trying to get their credibility up on the eBay platform. They might be really trying hard to get their top rated status, and they need their percentages to reflect a certain percentage because maybe they have too many missing shipments, maybe they have too many defects or customer service issues. And so selling a lot of items allows them to move those percentages so that they can then qualify for their top rated status, or they're just trying to build up a whole bunch of feedback. Sellers that sell items that cheap do it for any numerous ways. It's really hard to know why, how, and if they're actually making money doing it. The best that we can do is just to sell the items at price points that we know that we can benefit from. And you really shouldn't consider the 99 cent and free shipping sellers as being competition, because honestly, they're probably overseas. And no matter how hard you try, you can't compete with that price point, just because in America, we have certain shipping prices that we have to abide by. All right, moment of truth. Let me show you what they look like. So they're just little oat balls. It's pretty firm, they're pretty stiff. They held their form pretty well. So let's see what the consensus is. Okay, I think I know why they said to do some regular oats and some instant oats, not all instant. It's because on the inside, those instant oats kind of conglomerated into like one gooey, chewy ball. But I mean, it's not bad, but I can see why they said do 1 full cup of the instant oats and then 1/2 cup of the regular rolled oats, because the rolled oats would probably hold their form a little bit more than the instant oats do. The instant oats just kind of melded into this chewy ball, but the taste is pretty good. I could definitely see myself like keeping them in the fridge and having a couple with my coffee in the morning. I will make sure to leave the recipe below, definitely. Do I still have chocolate in my teeth? Oh well, you guys have probably seen worse. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video and this video series, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already and ring the notification bell. That way you're notified whenever I post a new video. The next episode of Frequently Asked Fridays will be posted on Friday, June the 18th. And if you want to be able to be our 21st winner, make sure to leave your question down in the comment section. Just make sure to start it with the 5 question marks. That way I know that you are entering in order to win. Don't forget to check the video description. I will put a lot of useful information in there, as well as the 2 coupon codes for Wholesale Ninjas that you're able to use right now. And I will also make sure to pin everything that I referenced in this video in the top pinned comment as well. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I will see you with my next video. Bye-bye.